Little by little, our jury system is being eroded. It's terrifying for most people because of the lack of trust that we have in each other. Everybody wants to settle. People are afraid of going to court and trusting jurors, trusting members of their community to decide a case. And I'm hoping that we can breathe some life back into that and give people faith and confidence and belief in our jury system.
Nick and I were really young when we first started, so we got to see the profession through very young eyes. And we kind of looked around and we're like, this can't be the only way to do this. And so we're hoping to change and shift that culture.
There's not a lot of education coming out of law school in terms of what juries want to hear. They're not going to teach you how to connect with a jury. They're not going to teach you how to connect with your client, and they're not going to teach you how to effectively communicate between all of those different points.
You're going to go to law school and you're going to learn a lot of stuff, but you're not going to learn how real verdicts are made and how it's really done. That's what you're learning here. There's a lot of great lawyers, but very few that are gonna say, let me show you exactly how I do this.
Thankfully, Nick has done that work. He's done those 300 trials. He's done those years and started to figure out those things that you can't learn anywhere else.
Could we expect to be an elite athlete just by showing up to a game? And that's what trial is. Trial is the game. That's the Super Bowl. What else do those people that want elite results do? They eat right, they take care of themselves, they accept feedback from others. If you know you're going against lawyer X, go watch him in court.
With Trial by Human, what we try to do is get people in touch with who they are as human beings.
When you're representing a human client, you have to connect on a human level.
The driving force behind all decisions we make, even though we think it's mental, it's always emotional. Your jury, you don't have 12 lawyers, you have 12 human beings.
Our ammunition going up against the juggernaut as the little guy is the human story.
When you talk about a human story, we all get it. When you talk about a law, a philosophy, an idea, or a rule, it makes sense, but is it compelling? I don't rehearse an opening 30 times. I know the story because of the things you're seeing here. I've hung out with the clients, I get it.
We care a lot about who we are as human beings and how we connect with the people we represent.
I think the only way that you can really do that is you've got to do the self-work to become a better human being on an emotional level. When you're in the heat of battle in a courtroom, it's a little bit harder, but if you practice it here, it makes it a little easier there.
We talk a lot about our clients' human stories. We can't do that without talking about our own, facing our own demons.
And if you're going to represent people who are suffering, you have to be able to connect to your own experience of suffering to find that compassion, because you're hoping to alight that compassion in others.
Here in Big Sky, Montana, the noise is turned down and then turned off and put away, and people have their devices stored somewhere. We don't drink alcohol. This is a healthy environment.
Nick, his main focus is being a better person, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your family.
At the end of the day, who you are is exactly how you will be in a courtroom. We get so tight in our self-consciousness when we get into a courtroom or we get in front of a client or we get in front of a jury that we start reverting to very strange behaviors that we think we're supposed to be using. So you go do a weird dance in front of a group of people and all of a sudden those weird behaviors are like, well, maybe I could drop one or two of them.
We have shooting this afternoon and people that have never shot a gun are gonna be there. People who actually don't believe we should have as many guns as we have down there, they'll shoot a gun for the first time. What if their client loves guns? What if their client's a hunter? We're actually trying to expose them to things that are outside their comfort zone in order to be better at what we do.
How you do anything is how you do everything. If you aren't taking care of yourself personally, that's going to show up when you're representing your clients. If we don't have us right, our clients are never going to get justice.
Nick has such huge amounts of energy. I can get within about 50 feet of him and I start getting recharged.
If people are referring to me as their battery, well, they're my batteries. Because when we do this, I recharge because they leave with something. And what they leave with is more of themselves. And they get to bring that back to the people that they love.